Good morning. How y'all doing? Appreciate you coming out this morning. Appreciate you. I don't know if you chose the soybean stop to start with or you're forced into the soybean stop to start with, but appreciate you coming out here. I'm Ryan Heiniger. I'm the director of the Official Variety Testing Program here at NC State University. We got a bunch of different tests we're going to show you out here on the soybean stop. Want to start first with the Group 3 OVT that we got behind me. So this is the second year that we've been doing a Group 3 test in the OVT. We had a request a couple years ago to start one because we hadn't had a lot of variety information on Group 3s and how they adapted to the environment. So last year we started one with about 13 lines across 4 locations. Single planting date because we're not trying to look at these double crop. So we planted them early May last year. This year we got a little bit better, got a little bit earlier. Last week of April, first week of May, got a lot of these in. Same 4 locations that we had last year. So up in the Northeast, 1 location here, 1 location down near Lemerton, and 1 over near Charlotte. So this year, 4 locations, 9 varieties. You can see the majority of them are Xtend varieties. We have 1 Liberty Link line in here, and we have a GTLL line. So that's a brand new trait that's coming on board along with E3 and Enlist. These were planted April 30th on 15-inch row spacings at 145,000 population. It's a little high for as early as we're going, but David Holzhauser is going to talk to you a little bit more about how that may not be as high as you think it might be for this type of maturity group and this type of environment. Overall, this is part of our overall soybean testing on the OVT side. This is included along with our Group 4 through Group 8 testing, where we look at over 200 lines across 7 locations and 2 planting dates. So we essentially have 14 different locations worth of Group 4 through Group 8 soybeans, along with the Group 3 test that you're seeing behind us. So at November, early December, you expect to see all that data on those 200 lines. What's interesting to me is looking at the trends that we're starting to see with some of that data. So what do you think would be the highest percentage trait that we have on those 200 lines this year in the OVT? Not conventional. Xtend by a long shot, 63%. You were right, you're on the right track for conventional because we're 11% conventional. It's actually the second highest trait percentage-wise that we have in the OVT this year. A lot of that's because we have a lot of public varieties coming in from the universities here in the South. That's followed by Liberty Link, that's followed by Roundup, and then we have some Enlist E3 traits this year, and we have some GTLL traits as well. So you get a chance to look at those new traits and see how they perform against all of the other Roundup Ready and Xtend and Liberties. Along those same lines, what do you think our highest percentage maturity group we have in those 200 entries? 4s. And actually, this is the first year that we've had more 4s in the test than we've had Group 5s. So what that's telling me is we're starting to see a shift towards early maturity soybeans. There's a lot more interest on the company side around showing those and how they adapt to our environment. And there's a lot more opportunities for us to start looking at those beans as far as an option in our management program. So along those lines, I'm going to turn it over to Rachel Van, and she's going to start talking to you about the testing that she's doing, her and her group, around maturity groups by planting dates and by seeding rates.